Well, thanks very much for joining us, everyone. Welcome to the SwiftFox monthly recap for January. This is a new series that we're doing in 2026 where every month we'll come together to outline everything that we have just shipped and put into our users' hands, and also have a bit of a chat about what we're working on currently that you'll see imminently arrive. Joined by Jackson, you've joined us today. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How did Santa go? Did Santa come?
Santa did arrive, yes. Santa came to us in very hot Queensland, but yes, very happy to see him.
We've walked into a furnace down here in Melbourne. Look, I think the only person working harder than Santa over the Christmas break was our SwiftFox development team, because we have an enormous amount to get through today. January, though, I guess, looking forward into the future, will be a milestone month because it was the launch of SwiftFox AI, which for us in SwiftFox, and certainly for you as users, we very firmly believe that into the future, this will be the way that you use CRM. Gone all the clicks that you do manually and moving into a new way of working where you just tell SwiftFox what to do. Jackson, that was probably the highlight.
It really was. And, you know, SwiftFox has a long history of AI. Almost 2 years ago, we first released Swift Predict, which allowed you to easily draft the contents of an email with a single prompt. We followed that up with our AI model that allows you to easily predict when someone will open an email to better send an email for the best times. But now SwiftFox AI will really allow you to control SwiftFox all in one single prompt. So rather than having to create an event, create an invite list, create an RSVP form, send out an email, you can do all of that with a single prompt to SwiftFox. It will be able to control SwiftFox for you. As we can give SwiftFox AI more and more power over the coming time, it's going to absolutely revolutionise the way that users use SwiftFox on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I think for me, the line you put there about as we continue to give SwiftFox AI more power, what we have now, V1, is it's foundational. There's an awful lot you can do, and you've been using it for just under a week now, and it's been really fascinating to see how our users have been using it. But it will keep getting more and more functionality into SwiftFox AI. And as we said, you look ahead 6-12 months, we believe the future is that conversational interface where you're telling SwiftFox what you want it to do. But this is a pretty exciting start.
It is, yeah. And as we're continuing to roll out all new features of SwiftFox, we're always thinking, okay, well, how will this fit into SwiftFox AI? Because we know this is the future. We know this is where we're heading. And so we want to be at the forefront of that.
Now, SwiftFox AI is only as good as the features that it's trained on, and January was a bumper month for features. So it was one of the biggest months we've ever had. And what we tried to do was give every sort of SwiftFox user group something as part of this deploy. So whether you're in finance, membership, fundraising, outreach, marketing, comms, engagement, we tried to find something for you in there so that every part of an organisation can feel the benefits. Probably the most highly anticipated feature, other than SwiftFox AI, was our receipt automations, Jackson.
That's right. Every single day, SwiftFox is generating thousands of receipts. Now users are going to be able to trigger automations off those receipts. So let's say a member donates over $1,000, you could trigger an email to send automatically to them. You could update one of their custom fields, you could send them a text message. These automations are going to make the lives of our membership teams and our finance teams so much easier.
Now, you mentioned emails as part of the automations there in the receipts automations. I want to just move over to talk about emails because for anyone that's involved in marketing, anyone that's involved in sending emails out, you will certainly benefit from the brand hub, the new brand hub that we released in January. I think it's fair to say that the experience of building an email isn't a completely straightforward one, particularly when you want to design a really nice one. You've got to drag in, your columns, your headings, all the rest of it. But we've now introduced the concept of a brand hub where you can go into the settings, you can set all of your colors. So every time you create a new email, you're not starting from the default colors that come in. So whether it be the colors, whether it be the borders, there's a whole bunch of things that you can set in there, which will be certainly welcomed by marketing teams using SwiftFox and cut out a lot of repetitive work. The next part of it, though, that's really exciting to release was the templated email blocks. So as I mentioned, for all of you that have put together emails, it can be quite cumbersome. Now you can just very quickly drag and drop in, right, I want a call to action block here, I want a heading block here, and it will come with predefined or preset things such as the columns and headings to make them all look really nice. So our UI UX team was closely involved in our development team, and SwiftFox AI will be able to read that as well.
That's right, and that was the initial reasoning for coming up with these new template blocks, because it gives SwiftFox AI the ability to quickly and easily drag those blocks in itself and create you very custom, professional-looking emails.
Now, talking of saving time, and we keep coming back to that concept of saving time with our January releases, we have a new feature called a dynamic rules custom field. That does sound quite techie, Jackson, but again, another one that's been highly anticipated. What does it do?
Our new dynamic rules custom field is a bit like a smart custom field that updates automatically. Based on custom fields, subscriptions, receipts, connections, and more, this field will change based on all of that data. Let's say you wanted to have a financial status field that showed whether someone was financial or not. Based on their subscription status, their recent receipts, their custom fields, this field will change automatically and show whether they're financial or not. This data is incredibly useful, can be used in lists, dashboards, and reports, and will be a big time saver across the organization.
The thing I particularly like about that is the way that, despite the fact it's a techie sounding feature, the list builder drawer that comes out makes it very easy to build your criteria to set that custom field. One thing just though to flag to users, just to remember that it is a nightly sync, so when it will process every night and update the custom fields, and when you do set it for the first time, it has to go through your entire database, so it does take a little bit of time, can be anywhere from 20 minutes to a couple of hours depending on how big your database is. So if you set it and then you don't instantly see the results on all the records, that's the reason why. Jackson, they were the headlines, but we also had, as we'll bring up on the screen now, we also had a suite of smaller enhancements, no less valuable, but smaller enhancements that came through. There were several dozen of them. One of the things that I really enjoyed was that in the list builder now, our actions, the list of actions you can do with the lists that you create just keeps growing. So from this month, you'll now be able to create an email campaign directly from your list actions. You'll be able to create a call campaign, and you'll also be able to create visits. So you build your list, you go into actions, and then you can create them instantly, which means you don't have to go into emails, into calls, into visits and start from scratch. What are some of the smaller bits that caught your eye?
Well, we've made a number of key improvements to the settings area of SwiftFox. You'll now be able to delete old category types that you no longer use, create your very own case tags, and even customize the way that fields look when searching in Swift Search.
Just jump in on there. We had a couple of our new customers that have come in that have got massive databases, like hundreds of thousands of users. So that ability to, when you search for someone, there might not be that many John McClindons or Jackson Woods, but some of the more popular names that come up, being able to see additional details, whether it be age, address, things like that when you search so that you can distinguish, will be a popular feature, we hope.
Absolutely, yeah. It really gives you the power to see who it is that you're clicking, particularly for some of our customers with larger databases. They can already search by people based on their name or their address or their phone number, and now they're able to see some of those details when searching for people.
So that was January. Now we turn to February. And while February is the shortest month of the year, Jackson, there is no shortage of features that we're working on. Invoicing will be the headline. It will affect every user who takes payments, which is most users. Invoicing, big changes coming.
That's it. SwiftFox is moving towards an invoice-first model.
What's an invoice-first model?
Well, it means that every time a subscription is created or renewed, an invoice will be created. All payments will then pay down that invoice. It gives a lot of visibility over how much has been paid and how much is still owed. This is going to be a big time saver for all of our finance and membership teams because it gives them a very clear idea on every member's history and their current record.
Yeah, I think when we first started with SwiftFox payments and taking payments, it was certainly not as advanced as it is now, whereas now it's so detailed that we've had to move to this invoice-first model, which is going to give users an incredible amount of flexibility that you haven't had a really detailed payment systems coming your way. Because it is such a big change, we're going to give you a lot of information before we do the release, so likely mid to late February, but keep an eye out on your inbox. That's the headline. There's a bunch of other smaller things that I've got on my list that I'm also really looking forward to. We've got folder view coming for lists. So I know many of you are so excited about creating lists. You've created hundreds. I think we have one customer who's created well over 1,000. Having a folder view now so you can structure them into folders, that's coming. Again, a small but simple one. Some of the bigger ones that caught your eye?
So we've got a new feature rolling out called SwiftFox Wallet. SwiftFox Wallet will allow our customers to load up funds that can then be used throughout all of our communication tools. So being able to send SMSs, make phone calls, and send emails. The SwiftFox Wallet will be able to hold those funds and then be able to show exact history of all of the times that those communication tools are being used.
So pretty much a self-service model when it comes to how you can top up credits for these things rather than have to wait to get your invoice at the end of the month. SwiftFox Wallet will be a big one. Another big one for users that we're working on at the moment is enabling for our website customers, those that have websites attached to their SwiftFox, create your own user accounts rather than get the support team to do that for you. Because that is such a big change, it has significant data security implications. We're just testing. So we aim to release in February, but we'll keep you posted on that. And single sign-on from the login portal. This will be another popular one. Just a quick touch on that one.
So we've got a number of customers that have membership systems across various different platforms. What this will allow their members to do is sign into their external systems through SwiftFox. So SwiftFox is going to act as their identity server. It's going to authenticate members, and those members will then be able to log into those external platforms, being able to see all of their information, but have SwiftFox be the source of truth on their identity.
Jackson, we got through a lot. This has been our first episode of the monthly recap, so we look forward to getting, if you've got any feedback, shoot it through to our support line and we'll endeavour to include it. For more details on what's coming in the next month, you can always go to our website and check out the product roadmap. If you've got any ideas yourself you want to submit, there's the development requests on there as well for our product roadmap. Thank you very much for flying down from Queensland just for today, Jackson.
Thank you.
We've got a few other things to get through before you go back. All right, thanks for watching, and we look forward to chatting to you at the end of February.